Hello children, welcome to online video lectures. Like I had promised, today we will be starting a new chapter, that is chapter 5, as you can see on the board here. And in chapter 5, we are going to study about tribal India, past, present and future. This is a very important chapter because many a times ISC in the council we have seen that the long questions and the short questions are often set from this chapter. From the very beginning, when we started with social institutions, kinship, marriage and family, the chapters that we have completed, over and over again, we have seen examples given of several tribes, be it Indian or be it tribes outside India. So it is very necessary and important for all of you to first understand the meaning of the word or term tribe. And that is exactly what we are going to do today. And as per the reduced syllabus, again I'm repeating, as per the reduced syllabus which has been given to us by the council, these are the two things which are intended to complete in today's session. The first is the definition of the term tribe. This comes as a 2-mark question. Define the term tribe, alright? Definition. And the second thing that we're going to study today is the features of tribes. Features, characteristics, nature. These are the 3 terms which are used. And I'm going to be explaining the features of tribes. Now, let us start with the meaning or the definition of the term tribe. In your textbooks, let me explain to you the first paragraph. Definition of tribe. The primitive inhabitants. Now, what do we understand by primitive? Primitive meaning ancient, right? Inhabitants meaning the human beings or the people who have been living in a particular place. Here, when we are referring to the primitive inhabitants, we are actually talking about the original inhabitants of a particular place. Like for example, when we talk about the original inhabitants of the Darjeeling Hills, that time the first name that comes to our mind is the Lepchas. So the Lepchas are considered to be the original inhabitants of the Darjeeling and Sikkim Hills. So the primitive inhabitants of any country are given a specific name. And by now, I bet you know the names of so many different tribes, be it Indian or be it foreign tribes, like the Nagas, or it could be the Todas, it could be the Khariyas, it could be the Bakarwal tribes. When we are referring to tribes outside India, we have made references to the Navajo tribe, the Crow Indians, the Red Indians, alright? The Tutu tribes of Africa. So therefore, the tribes have a particular name. They lived in groups. This is one of the features of the tribe. The tribes were definitely nomadic in nature. They did travel from one place to the other. Most of them, alright, they used to wander in search of food. But they were always living in groups. These groups could be big or small, like when we are referring to the Inuits or the Eskimos of the Arctics. The Inuits are smaller in number. But today, if I have to take the example of the Naga tribes, naturally they are more in number. So we can refer to them as broad range kin group. They develop simple social relations. Look at the adjective used here. Simple social relations. Since these human beings or these groups are primitive in nature. Therefore, they are absolutely simple, and they use common language and gesture for communication, and therefore these are the people who represent the original pattern of living. Most of the anthropologists, most of the budding sociologists, when they go for field studies, when you have to go outside, right, and do your practicals, that time the most of us are learning about the original pattern of living which was practiced by these tribes. Most of them settled next to rivers. Most of them had very primitive tools used for agriculture. It could be a hoe stick, all right. Even their houses were made by the simplest of material, and most of them ate, right? The food that they consumed was the one that was available readily, right, in their place. So the difference between the primitive tribes and modern families are very vast. Modern families have complicated relationships. Modern families have complicated social relations. But the primitive way of life was very simple. Then in India, now since we have the chapter's name as Tribal India, it is necessary for you to understand the meaning of the term tribe. But here we will also focus on the Indian tribes, several tribes which we find all over India. In India, most of the tribal groups are referred to as the Adivasis. Some name them as Vanvasi or Vanya Jati. So Vanya Jati, Adivasi, okay, some often refer to it as Adi Meti also. In English, we would classify them as under the group which comes under the tribe. And later, what we also see is the word tribe has different meanings in different countries. If you look at your textbook, it says, for the Greeks, the word meant fraternity. Meaning, if you happen to be in Greece, the meaning of the word tribe means brotherhood. So anyone who's related to you, anybody who comes under your kin group, this group will be termed as tribe. Next, coming to the Romans, let's go to Italy. Coming to the Romans, it meant political division, the different governments, the different political divisions, all right, and different authorities, different power. And when it came to the Irish people, they used this term to refer to communities which have a common name. So if you go and take a look at the word term tribe, in different countries, it has different meanings, but, all right, in India, the term tribe is referred to a group of families living together who have a common name, who believe they have descended from a common ancestor. They themselves live in a common territory and they do have their own set of common culture and traditions. So, it says here, however, in India, the term tribe conveys a meaning of a group of people who have been known by different names from time immemorial. I have already explained to you these different names: Vanvasi, Adivasi, Vanya Jati or Adimeti. At the end of the day, it all comes under the same term, tribe. Now, I had told you in ISC you get a 2-mark question on define tribe. So what are you going to write? Alright, you can use these 2 definitions. Please look at the box given below. You have 2 definitions or you can make up your own as per your convenience. Let me refer to the definition given by D.N. Majumdar. D.N. Majumdar defines tribe as, so you can use this definition also for your answer. A tribe is a collection of families. Look at your neighborhood, right? Your neighborhood also has a collection of families. So in your own neighborhood, or what we refer to as in our own areas as Samaj, you have different houses. You might have 250 families, you might have 300 families, you might have lesser families also, alright, lesser number of families also. So therefore, here collection of families or groups of families which have a common name. But in a tribe, you must have these families who have a common name, alright? Whereas in our neighborhood is multicultural neighborhood. We have so many different families following different religion, different culture, speaking different languages and dialects who live together. But in a tribe, the similarity is all these families bear a common name. Members occupy common territory. Like I said, as soon as we hear the word Lepchas, we always associate them as coming from the territory that is the Darjeeling Hills or the Sikkim Hills, alright? Or when we hear the name Naga tribe, we do not associate them somewhere in China. For us, Nagas are definitely from the Naga Hills. The Khasi tribe, they belong to the Khasi Hills. The Todas are particularly from the Nilgiri Hills. So they have a common territory. Speak the same language. The tribes have dialects. Dialects are the local languages. And they observe certain taboos. Of course, they do have do's and don'ts. Some tribes are allowed to eat anything. Some tribes are allowed to marry their own cousins. Some tribes are not allowed to marry their own cousins. Some tribes are allowed to do ancestor worship. So they have their own taboos regarding marriage, profession, occupation, and have developed a well-assessed system of reciprocity and mutuality of obligation. Reciprocity meaning give and take. Mutuality of obligation meaning also that when they live in a group, they have the system of cooperation. Today we stay in a neighborhood because we know if we are good to our neighbors, automatically the neighbors will also be good to us. We have studied this in the very beginning. Even in political science as well as in sociology. Man is a social animal and man cannot live alone. Even if we want to, even if we try, man cannot live alone. We have to live in a society. And once we live in a society, we have to have this idea, alright, of mutuality of obligation, which is the give and take relationship. Coming to W.J. Perry, you can also use his definition. He also says, it is a group which speaks common dialect, they inhabit common territory, and the Dictionary of Sociology defines tribe as a social group with a definite area, dialect, cultural homogeneity, and unifying social organization. So basically, it means the same. Now, since I have completed the definition, let me quickly come to the features of tribe. The features of tribe normally comes as a long question for 5 marks, where you are expected to explain the various features of a tribe. Let me just complete 2 features, alright, starting from the first. The tribals are, I have written a set of features here which we are supposed to discuss, and I will also be referring to the textbook since it's going to be easier for you. In your answers also, it is advisable if you give this sort of numbering. If you enumerate, if you write it in numbers, probably for your examiner, it will become easy to correct your paper. Let's start with the first feature. The tribals are original people. In a sense, they have lived in this earth from the very beginning. So, it explains that these groups are the original inhabitants of a particular place. The minute you hear the word tribe, when we refer to the Khasi tribe belonging to Khasi Hills, the Lepchas who have come from the Darjeeling Hills, alright, or the Todas who belong to the Nilgiri Hills, or we can also have the Khariyas who are from Madhya Pradesh, we will have no doubts in our mind as soon as we hear the name that they come from this place. So they are living. Ever since the human society started, they have been staying here. That is why we have used the word original. Original meaning they belong to that particular place. This is the very first feature of a tribe. Let me conclude today's session by explaining the second feature. Tribals are endogamous groups. In marriage chapter, I have explained, you have understood probably what is endogamy, meaning marriage within the group. The Nagas have clans, the Khariyas have clans, the Khasis have clans. You have clan exogamy. You are not allowed to marry within the clan, but you have to marry within the tribe, meaning Nagas will marry Nagas, Khariya will marry Khariya, Kadar will marry Kadar. Alright, you could have the Khasis getting married to the Khasi. Endogamous, this is a rule of marriage for the tribes, that you have to get married within the tribe, aiming a close homogeneity. And what is the reason behind it? Why do they want individuals to get married within the same tribe? Because they want unity, solidarity within the group. So I hope you have understood the two features. Thank you very much for watching.